Here we go, and we are live once again. Today, we're back with another tier list. We're streaming a bit earlier in the day, so anyone that's tuning in, I greatly appreciate it. And to anyone that may be watching the replay of this stream, thank you so very much. I ask that you all please make sure you like and are subscribed, because we're closing in on 1,000 subscribers. Just last night we hit 700. Right now we're like 702 or something like that. So I ask that all of you that are watching, please make sure you are subscribed to the channel for more awesome Pokemon content such as this stuff we're getting into today. Today, we are doing a tier list once again. And this tier list is one I kind of mentioned briefly in a stream. I think it was the last Shiny Munchlax stream we were doing when we were shiny hunting Munchlax. Yo, thank you all so much for taking the time to tune in, Mayo. Redstone, congrats on 700. Thank you so much for closing on 1,000, man. We're getting even closer. But today, like I said, what we're doing is, once again, another tier list. And this one is one that I honestly just thought of spur of the moment. And I was like, spur of the moment, I just thought of one day out of nowhere, and I'm like, you know what, that'd be a good tier list to do. That tier list is ranking Pokemon based on how likely I would eat them. Because if I'm being honest, there's a lot of Pokemon that look like they taste pretty good. I don't want to start getting into all the names and stuff of them yet, but that's what we're going to be doing today. That's what we're going to be ranking today. I figured tomorrow's Thanksgiving, and so, what do you do on Thanksgiving? You eat all kinds of good food. So I'm like, you know what? This is a perfect time then to do the food Pokemon tier list stream. So that's what we're doing today. I'm excited to get into it with you guys. There's a lot of Pokemon on here that honestly look delicious. And there's some on here that maybe, not so much. So that's what we're going to be getting into today. Everyone tuning in, thank you so very much. Like I said, we're doing this stream during the day right now, another tier list stream, because we're in the festive spirit. We did the spooky shiny hunt for Fluttermane before Halloween. Now we're doing the food Pokemon stream just before the Thanksgiving holiday. So, you know what? Getting into the holiday spirit with all this stuff, Mayo Rayquaza and the thumbnail. Yeah, you catch that? You catch that? But I'm not going to waste any more time here. Let's hop right into it. This is a good one, dude. There's a lot of tasty looking Pokemon on here. Look at this. Tier list is the same as normal. God tier at the top, S, A, B, C, D, F. I should have, you know what? I was going to add disgusting, because we did have that for the legendary tier list. I'm like, this is the only applicable time you could have disgusting in it, because you call food disgusting. But I'm like, you know what? No, because I don't think there's anything on here that I would label as disgusting. But starting off first, we do have 2, 3, actually a bunch of Pokemon. Actually, no, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm just saying we're getting into all these different ones I think are good and bad. But the first one here, let's get right in. Where's Lopunny and Gardevoir? They didn't make the list. Sorry. Yeah, Lopunny and Gardevoir didn't make the list for Pokemon I would eat. But starting off, we have Oddish here. Now, Oddish is based on a radish. Is that right? Oddish is based off of a radish, I believe. I don't really like those that much, if I'm being honest. C tier. I mean, right? Is Oddish? I gotta look this up. Is Oddish based on a radish? Is Oddish based on a radish? Yeah, Oddish is a radish. Let me just make sure I know what a radish is. I don't think I like these. You know what? Actually, now I think of it, I don't know if I've ever... When was the last time I had... Oh, no! You use these in Odin! I've seen the big white radishes that look like giant carrots. I'm thinking of like those... Okay, we're going to base it off what Oddish looks like. So if you look up radish, there's 2 different kinds. Daikon is the name of it. These big, white radishes. The ones I'm thinking of are those red ones. Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of those. So we're going to throw those down in D tier. Next one, though, we're getting into, like, the OG food Pokemon, Execute. Now, if I'm being honest, if this was, like, real life right now and I'm at the grocery store picking out Pokemon to eat, Execute would probably be down in F tier, because every time you go buy the eggs, what's the first thing you do? You open up the carton to make sure none of them are cracked. We got a cracked Execute in the back there, completely cracked open, and then there's another 3 of them that have cracks in them already. So I personally wouldn't be picking out this batch of Execute to eat myself. But since we're going to look at it as just simply eggs as a whole, you know what? I like eggs. I'll put them in B tier. I don't love eggs. Like, eggs are something I can get sick of real easily. Like, For instance, scrambled eggs, I can eat a little bit of them, just I don't like eating a ton of them. Sunny side up, I do like eating. Like I like getting that on like a burger. That's really good. I like doing that. Then like hard boiled eggs, not really. Deviled eggs I do like, but eggs are, they're so versatile and they can be, you know what? Maybe I should bump it. Like here's the thing. I'm gonna leave in beats here. And I was gonna say eggs are so versatile they can be for so many different things. But that's eating them with something else. I'm not eating just straight up eggs just as eggs. I personally don't like that much. Even if I'm eating scrambled eggs, I need like bread or something with it to help force it down, or like put up some, like dice up some ham or bacon or something in there. I don't just like eating them straight up. So B tier is where we're going to put execute. Like, eggs are good. I personally, in my opinion, don't absolutely love them, though. I kind of get sick of them rather easily. But now we have one I love. Cherubi. Cherubi here. Dude, I love cherries. That's what it's based on, right? I'm assuming it's based on a cherubi. Kind of sounds like cherry. Let me look this up again. Cherubi based on... It's meant to be a... What? It's meant to be a cherry, right? Am I right with this? It's meant to be a cherry. That's how I perceive it. The next two are, I think, just like flowers, if I'm being completely honest. The evolutions of Cherum, the two forms, that like the opened up form and the closed form. But Cherubi, I'm gonna say it's like a type of, like a cherry. I'm just gonna say that. I love those. I'm putting it up in A tier. I'm not putting it up in S tier because, there are some S tier ones on here, but I'm gonna put it in A tier. I think that's a solid spot. The next ones here, are they just flowers? Are they even like food? Cherum, like, that's just a flower, right? I don't know about you guys. Maybe, I don't eat flowers. Maybe, I might even put them in F tier. Like, are they meant... If they're meant to be some kind of fruit that I don't know of, I apologize. I am wrong. But let me look up the dex. So Cherubi's dex entry is, it nimbly dashes about avoiding getting pecked by a bird that would love to make off with its small, nutrient-rich storage ball. Category... Oh, no, it is based on a cherry. Oh! Cherubi's S tier. I love cherries, dude. It is based on cherry. Cherubi's S tier for me. I absolutely love cherries so much. Then the next one, this next one's Cherum's a flower. As a bud, it barely moves. It sits still, placidly waiting for sunlight to appear. Yeah, it's a flower. I don't know about you guys. I personally don't eat flowers. So I'm gonna put them down there in F tier. Because that's something I honestly just wouldn't even eat. Ew, flowers. Who eats flowers? Is that a thing? I don't eat them. Cherries, on the other hand, I do eat and I love. But speaking of something I love to eat, one of my favorite things in the world. I don't know if anyone else gets like this. Do you get excited when you see something you really like to eat? Do you get excited when you see something, it's like, oh my gosh, that looks so good, or you're going to have something later that tastes just so good and so amazing? That's how I get with certain things. And like certain things I just think are absolutely delicious. And I just love, like, eating's so much fun. Food just simply tastes so good. And these next three right here are based on one of my favorite things to eat. Ice cream. Vanillite, Vanillish, and Vanillux. Am I getting the three names right? I know Vanillite's the first one. That's my favorite one, if I'm being honest. Let me check the decks real quick. Just make sure we're getting the names right. Vanillite, Vanillish, Vanillux. Okay, I did get them right. So Vanillite you have here looks like one of those small little cones you could get from like a Dairy Queen or something like that. Like a soft-served ice cream cone. That's what Vanillite looks like. And if I'm being honest... Easy God tier. I love ice cream so much. Soft serve ice cream. Oh, it is so good. It is just absolutely amazing. Then the next two we have here, Vanillish and Vanillux. I mean, if I'm being honest, they might have a little too much going on. Like, I could see, if I'm eating Vanillux, I'm getting a brain freeze. But it is the double-decker ice cream. And I mean, if I'm being honest, I love ice. I can't put ice cream anywhere below God tier. I love ice cream so much, dude. It's so good. Ice cream's just it's just one of the best things there is. All the different flavors of ice cream. What's your favorite flavor of ice cream? Let me know. Leave a comment on the stream if you're watching this afterwards, or anyone in the chat. Let me know. What's your favorite kind of ice cream? For me, my favorite kind of ice cream, I've always really liked mint chocolate chip. Mint chocolate chip, so good. Sometimes you go to places and their mint chocolate chip is white. It looks like vanilla. No. You have to have the green mint chocolate chip. Redstone, you like ice cream. Mayo chocolate and Rocky Road hit different. Dude, I like chocolate too. Oh, you guys ever have Moose Tracks? The chocolate ice cream with like the fudge and stuff inside, and the Reese's peanut butter cups inside it too. Oh, dude, ice cream's the best. It's so good. And then just obviously just straight up normal vanilla on those soft serve cones that were like vanilla vanillish looks like. But you know what I also really like? Milkshakes. And I love strawberry milkshakes. Strawberry milkshakes are so good. I would go, let's see, I've had strawberry milkshakes from almost every ice cream place I've ever been to. And there was one I went to, and here's the thing. I have no idea what this place was called or where it was. I just remember I was at an ice cream place one time. I was like, oh, let me get a strawberry shake. And they made it for me. And it was the best strawberry milkshake I had ever had in my life. To this day, don't know where it was, what the place was called, but I literally think back to that place all the time. I was like, that was the best strawberry milkshake I've ever had in my life. It was so good. Wendy's Frosties hit different, dude. Wendy's Frosties with the fries. You like they make the vanilla one and the chocolate one. I always go on the side of chocolate if there's the option between chocolate and vanilla. A lot of people stand by vanilla ice cream though. For me, I mean, vanilla's good. I'll eat it if there's nothing else, but I'm almost always going for some sort of other flavor, in my opinion. And then Wendy's made they made a strawberry Frosty, right? You know, I was just talking about how much I like strawberries. I might have to go check that out. Wendy's strawberry Frosty, that sounds good. Man, chocolate Frosties are a different breed. Mayo, exactly. They're so good. They're so good. Pizza to counter the brain freeze. Ice cream and pizza, like OG birthday party type stuff. Oh, that's so good. Dude, ice cream's so good. You got like the chain places like Dairy Queen. You can get the Frosties from Wendy's. McDonald's has the McFlurries, even though the McFlurry machine's always broken. They have all the different milkshakes and sundaes and stuff. McDonald's has the 50-cent cones during the summer. Gas stations have ice cream, like soft serve, self-serving ice cream as well. Like, then there's the actual legit ice cream places where they scoop it on, like the Vanillux is over there. Like, oh, we could do a stream just talking about ice cream. Ice cream's the best, man. But let's move on now to the next Pokemon on this tier list. We have the ice cream ones up in God tier because I just love ice cream so much. But now we have Swirlix and Slurpuff. Now, I mean, what are these things even based on? What's Slurpuff meant to be? Like, what kind of food is that? Let me look. I know, like, Slurpuff, like, eats stuff. Like, Sawyer had one in his team in Pokemon X and Y when he battled Ash. But what is Slurpuff meant to be? Obviously a fairy type. Oh, there's no meringue? Oh! Oh, wait, hang on. Okay, so it's a French thing. French meringue? I don't know if I'm saying that right. Is baked. Italian meringue is made from slow beating hot sugar syrup and stiffly beaten egg whites and used for... Okay, it is meringue. Okay, I'm saying it right. So it's meringue. Like, I remember making that stuff in culinary class. Okay. Now, this stuff is like... The meringue stuff is like super like... The outside's like hard, but it's like super like airy on the inside. If I'm being honest, it's not the best. I'm not that big of a fan of it. I'm going to put it down in... I'm gonna put them both in C tier with Oddish. I'm trying to, like, meringues. I've never really liked them. If I'm being honest, I've never really liked meringue. I remember making that in culinary class so vividly. We had the mixer thing and you made it. No, I like making my own whipped cream. That's really good. Or my own frosting as well. But meringue, yeah, I've never liked meringue because it's like hard on the outside, but then the inside's just like air. It's like I'm not really anything there. It doesn't even taste like much, if I'm being completely honest. So, yeah, Slurpuff, you and your friend are gonna go down there in C tier, I think, for sure. But wait, cotton candy? Is that what No way, that's what Swirlix is. Is it? Hang on, if Swirlix is Swirlix is cotton candy! Okay, Slurpuff's down there in C tier, where it belongs. I don't like meringue that much. Cotton candy? That's an instant A tier. Cotton candy, yo, Mayo, shout out to you. Thank you for saying that. Cotton candy is so good. Oh my gosh. I don't remember the last time I just straight up had normal cotton candy. I'm trying to think. I have no idea the last time I had it. But cotton candy flavoring, anytime there's like lollipops that are cotton candy flavoring, I'm grabbing those. You know the Dum-Dums? There's the blue one. Normally a lot of Dum-Dums are like the clearish coloring. It's the solid blue one for the Dum-Dums. That one is so good, the blue cotton candy one. Then also too, you guys ever have cotton candy ice cream as well? Oh my gosh! Cotton candy is so good. That's going up an A tier for me, for sure. Now we have Bounce Sweet and Serena, this evolution line. Now, what fruit are they meant to be? Sweet, obviously a fruit. Yeah, it's just a fruit. Its sweat is sweet like syrup, made from boiled down fruit. Because of this, Bounce Sweet was highly valued in the past when sweeteners were scarce. Okay, so people take Bounce Sweet sweat for flavoring. Steenie is another fruit Pokemon. Steenie spreads a sweet scent that makes others feel invigorated. This same scent is popular for antiperspirants. It says antiperspirants. And then Serena. This Pokemon is proud and aggressive. However, it said that Serena will instantly become calm if someone touches its crown on its calyx. That's that crown at the top of its head. So they're all just based on fruit? Now, I mean, I don't know what kind of fruit they are. What kind of fruit do they look like, do you guys think? I mean, honestly, like, this is the cool thing about Pokemon designs. I look at Bounsweet, Steenie, and Serena, and I'm like, those are based on fruit 100%. But I don't know, they're not based on a specific kind of fruit. Like, yo, Nate, thank you for tuning in as well. They don't look like they're based on one specific type of fruit. Yet despite that, I look at them and know that they are fruit. Now, I really like fruit. We have C tier with the meringue and the radish down there. B tier are eggs, and I do like eggs, but I don't, like, love them that much. I kind of put them there because they're so versatile, you could say. But I think I'm going to put these three all in the same tier, just because I'm going to rank them as, like, the same thing. I think B tier is a solid spot for them. I like fruit, but the thing is, I don't know what kind of fruit they are, so I don't want to rank them any higher than that. I think, like, if they were a specific fruit, like, we know Cherubi's a cherry, so that's why that's up there in S tier 100%. But in terms of, like, the Serena line, I don't know what fruit they are, so I don't want to put them up any higher. I think, like, I like fruit, though, so I'm going to put them in B tier. Without a doubt. I don't think they should go anything lower than that. Now the next one we have here, Apple and Flapple, and what's the fat one's name? I can never remember the fat one's name. It goes Apple and Flapple, Appleton. See, I knew it had a fat name. Appleton. Now, I like apples. I really like apples. I eat apples almost every single day. I'm gonna put it up there in A tier. You know what? I'm gonna put. Honestly, I think I like apples more than cotton candy, if I'm being completely honest. I'm throwing it up there in A tier for sure. Now, the next one here, I mean, Flapple's just like the core of the apple. Like, well, Flapple's just, it looks like when you eat, like I eat an apple for lunch every day. I be eating applin. And then I eat it and it's just the core left with like the top and the bottom. That's what Flapple looks like. It looks like it's just, there's nothing left. I mean, it's literally the core of an apple. Because I like apples, you know what, I'm gonna edit the F tier. Would not eat. Let's do that. Would not eat down there at F tier, because this just the straight up flowers I wouldn't eat. But if you think about it, I don't want to put Flapple any lower than that, because you do eat the apple, and then this is what's left of the apple. So, like, I've seen people eat the whole core. I've done that, like, once. Like, someone told me, like, you can eat the whole core of the apple. I'm like, oh, really? And I just ate it one time. So, I'm not gonna... So, I have eaten it before, so I'm not gonna put it down in the would not eat category, but definitely down in D tier for me for the whole eating experience. But then we have the Gigantamax form. And what is that Gigantamax form even meant to be? Like, obviously it's an apple, but, like, what's it... What's it meant to... Like, it's the giant apple, but, like, what about the apple is making it... I don't know. Is it just like, the Gigantamax one? I mean, is that, like, caramel coming out of it? If that's caramel oozing out of the top, oh, that's going high up on my list. You ever remember... You guys, I don't know if McDonald's still does this. You remember when McDonald's would get you... You could get the apples and the caramel with it. Oh my gosh, that is so good. That was so good. I don't know if that is caramel or not. Let's assume it is. Then it'll go to the top of A tier because so I'm basing it, it's an apple. Let's just say that. I like apples, they're up in A tier. Then it's the apple with the caramel, that's going up to the top of A tier for me. But something that I think is even better is Appleton. What's Appleton based on? Easy. Apple pie. I love apple pie. It is so good. I'm throwing this up here in S tier for sure. You know what? Because Cherubi's just a cherry. Appleton's apple pie. I like apple pie more than Cherries if I were to pick either or. Now, I will note, look, this is where this tier list gets really cool. You got the combos of the different things. Vanillite is ice cream. What do you mix ice cream with? Or what's something you have? No, I'm saying this the other way. Appleton, apple pie. What do you eat with apple pie? Ice cream. We got the vanillite tier or evolution line up there at the top. Those two together. Oh, if we're doing combos on here, that's literally the best combo that you could have on this list right now. 100%. Ice cream, vanilla ice cream, and apple pie. Oh my God, that's the best. That is the best. So Appleton, it is just the apple pie on its own, so we'll put it right there at the top of S tier. I mean, you can't knock it for that whatsoever. That is a phenomenal spot that it is in. Now we have Sinisty. Now, I mean, these two are kind of just the same thing, right? It's just, I mean, one's the tea in the cup, the other's the tea in the pot. Now, I want to look it up, because, Mayo, I believe you said something about what the Dex entry says for this. So you have Sinisty and Poltergeist. Now, Sinisty is the soul of someone who died alone, possessed some leftover tea. This Pokemon appears in hotels and houses. Category, black tea. Then, Poltergeist is the tea that compromises Poltergeist's body, has a distinct and enjoyable flavor. Drinking too much, however, can be fatal, and it's black tea. Now, I will note, I love tea. I don't drink coffee. I barely even drink soda. I don't really drink anything besides water, if I'm being completely honest. But one thing I do love to drink, tea. I drink non-caffeinated black Irish breakfast tea. That's my favorite kind of tea to drink. Just plain black tea, just nothing. I don't add anything to it. We have a Keurig. I put one Keurig thing in it, put it down, click it on the biggest setting, goes into the cup, just drink it as is. It is so good, man. I love it so much. I drink it almost every single day, if I'm not mistaken. I don't really drink it in the morning. A lot of people drink like tea and coffee and all that stuff in the morning. I like drinking it at night. Normally in like the evenings when I'm drinking the tea, and I mean, if I'm being honest, like based on how much I drink it and how much I enjoy drinking it, this is a god tier one for me. I love tea, dude. I drink it all the time. It is so good. And I've been branching out to other kinds of tea as well. Like, I really like green tea, too. And then there's all these different... I've been finding all these other different teas. Like, there's berry teas. There's all different... Like, tea's been around for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. And there's all these different kinds of it. It's so good, dude. I'm not going to put it above ice cream, though, because I love me some ice cream. But I'm going to put it up there at god tier for sure. Because, like, I'm telling you guys, like, every night... Normally, like, I eat dinner, and then, like, I'll still be doing stuff at night, and then it's, like, just before bed, I'll sit down and maybe have, like, some kind of dessert or something, and then if I don't eat a dessert, I'm almost always drinking some sort of tea. Now, I normally have, like, the tea with the dessert. Like, I like the Little Debbie treats. Get some zebra cakes or something. Get some kind of cookies you can dip in the tea. Oh! Tea's so good. Again, this is kind of getting into the idea that you can combine these different things on here. I don't think I'd combine tea with anything on here. Like tea and ice cream, that doesn't really go together because ice cream's cold and tea's hot. But apples, no. Cotton candy, that just dissolve. Eggs, no way. Yeah, it doesn't really combo with anything good on here. But like, dude, like, what is it? It's England, right, where people drink the tea during the day. British alert, Nate. You know, like they drink it like during the day though. I drink it at night and stuff. That's when I always drink. Because again, I drink non-caffeinated tea. I don't like drinking the caffeinated stuff. I don't like caffeine. But god tier for me is where it goes for sure. Mayo. I love zebra cakes. Dude, zebra cakes are the best. Little Debbie has some of the best treats there are. Zebra cakes, cosmic brownies. Yo, we're almost at Christmas time too. So there's going to be the Christmas tree brownies, the Christmas tree cakes. Oh, we're coming into the best time of year for all these snacks and stuff. They're so good. They are so good. And you know what? They go great with tea. And I love tea, so that's why it's going up there in god tier. Now we have Alcremie. Now, what the heck is the name of Alcremie's first evolution? I'm sorry. I've known pretty much everything on here. Alcremie, though, what the heck is its... We were literally just playing Pokemon Sword and Shield last night. So you'd think I'd know the names of these. Milcery. Milcery. Milcery, I believe. This Pokemon was born from sweet-smelling particles in the air. Its body is made of cream. Oh, just simply cream? And then Alcremie, I mean, obviously... It's got the strawberries on it. Then the Alcremie Gigantamax is the whole cake and everything. So, since this one's just straight up cream, I'm going to put that one there. I'll put it above apples and above apples and below the decked out apples in A tier. Alcremie, I mean, it's because it's the strawberries. I love strawberries, dude. Like I was mentioning, we were talking about ice cream earlier. One of my favorite things to get is strawberry milkshakes. I love strawberries and like desserts and that kind of stuff. There's like the chantilly cake is, I believe, what it's called. Like the cream and stuff on that with the strawberries as well. Oh, it's so good. It is so good. So I'm putting that up in S tier for sure. You know what? I'm gonna put it. Actually, no. I'm putting it. What am I saying? That's the top. That is the top of S tier. What am I even saying? Alcremie's up there for sure. It's the cream with the strawberries. Oh my god, it just tastes so good. Then the Alcremie Gigantamax. What is even? I remember I have the card of this thing. Alcremie Gigantamax. Let me look this up. Like I need to get a better image of what. Like it's just a cake, right? Yeah, it's just a giant cake. Now, I like cake, but, no, it's cake, dude. We gotta put it up in S tier. Cake is so good. I'm putting it up in S tier for sure. It's so good. It is so good. Who doesn't like cake? All the different kinds of cake. Obviously, this one would be like some vanilla, fruity type cake, I would assume. But my favorite kind of cake is chocolate cake. And, tying back to ice cream as well, I love ice cream cakes. Have you ever been to Dairy Queen or I don't know if you can get you buy it from Dairy Queen obviously, but I don't know if you can get like slices of it at Dairy Queen. But you get the DQ Oreo Blizzard ice cream cake. Top 10 desserts of all time. That thing is amazing. It is so good. The Dairy Queen Oreo Blizzard ice cream cake. I'm giving free advertising for DQ right now, but honestly, it's worth it. It is that cake's brought me so much joy from eating it. It is so good. I'm throwing this thing up in S tier, but again, once again, tying in stuff. You have the ice cream with the cake, the combining of the two on here. Oh, we need to do a separate tier list of all the different good combinations you can make of the foods on here. I love that stuff so much. But now the next one here, we have Fido, and I just want to make sure I get the name, I pronounce the name right. Dachshund. They're based on like bread. I'll read you guys the dex entries for them to kind of give some context for what they might taste like. So here we have Fido. This Pokemon is smooth and moist to the touch. Yeast in Fido's breath induces fermentation in the Pokemon's vicinity. So it's a dog. That's like dough. And then the evolution is Dachshund. The pleasant aroma that emanates from this Pokemon's body helps wheat grow, so Dachshund has been treasured by farming villages. Now, Fido's just dough. I'm not eating just straight up dough. If it's cooked, yeah. Or cooked. If it's baked, yes, I'm eating it. Just straight up, I'm going to put it actually, I would eat a flour probably than just before eating just dough. I know there's people out there, crazy people out there that like eating just like cookie dough raw, like straight up. I'm like, that's gross. I don't like eating any of that stuff. But dough? I mean, like cookie dough, I could kind of understand because I guess it kind of has chocolate chips and stuff in it or kind of tastes like sugary and stuff. Just dough for bread, though? Not even baked? No way I'm eating that. That's down there, bottom of would not even eat. But then Dachshund, I like bread. I like me some bread. Buns and stuff? Oh. If we're talking just bread alone, that's the top of A tier. Now, again, bread goes good with a lot of different... I might bump that even up, actually. Because so based on like buns and bread, like you get the nice, no, this is S tier for me. Yeah, I'm going to put it even higher. Just to be clear, I'm not saying I'm going to eat the dog. I'm saying I would eat the buns, like the bread. I love bread, dude. Bread's so good. You guys ever have those Hawaiian rolls? Oh my gosh. There's like these sweet bread roll things you can get at the grocery store. They are so good. All the different kinds of rolls. You know what? No, yeah, this one might even be borderline God tier for me. Because I just like bread so much. Just eating bread straight up. Like, obviously, bread on sandwiches, bread with soup, you have bread as buns for, like, hot dogs and sausages and bratwurst, or buns for, like, chicken sandwiches, burgers, all the different kind of stuff. But just straight up bread on its own, specifically like a good bun, oh, yeah. That's S tier for me without a shadow of a doubt. Then the next one here, we have Tatsugiri, who's obviously based on sushi. Now, I don't know the difference of the three. I wonder if I look up. You think in the decks they'll say what each one specifically is? Like what each Tatsugiri's based on? Tatsugiri. Let's look it up. This is a small dragon Pokemon that lives inside the mouth of Dondozo to protect itself from enemies from the outside. No, there's nothing about the different forms being in the... Oh, wait, no. Curly form, droopy form, and stretch form. Okay, so... Doesn't say anything about them tasting different. But I like sushi, man. Now I will note I prefer sushi rolls over just straight up pieces of sushi. I don't even like I think I might have only had like a straight up piece of sushi like this once, and it's not cuz I don't like it. It's cuz when I go to this, if I go to a sushi place, I'm housing as many of those sushi rolls as I possibly can because those things are just simply so good. In my opinion, I feel like you get more flavor out of the rolls than you do just these individual pieces. And I mean, I'm going to rank them in terms of sushi as a whole. Now, I will know. So here's the thing. If this was sushi rolls, this is God tier for me without a doubt. I love sushi so much. Me and my friends went to a sushi place one time not that long ago, and I think I crushed like 54 pieces. No, I think it was 51 pieces of sushi I had. Like, you get the rolls, and there's the individual pieces from each roll. I think I had 51 pieces. I was housing that stuff. It was so good. But just the straight up pieces, I normally don't get too much. So because of that, I'm going to put Tatsugiri up here in S tier. Just simply because if it was the rolls, it'd be God tier for me. But I do just like sushi. I definitely like sushi more than apple pie. Can I put in, again, if this was the roll, easily above Dachshund, or Dachbund, my bad, the bread rolls. But because it's the piece of sushi, I'm going to put it in S tier below the buns, but above the apple pie. I think that's a good spot for it. There. Then this next one, we have the two newest food Pokemon actually in existence, stemming from the Teal Mask DLC. We have Dipplin, then Sinistcha. Now, Dipplin is based on a candy apple. Now, if I'm being honest, I don't think I've ever had one of these candy apples before. I'm trying to think, because I know what they're the ones that are like shiny red. They're like covered in like some like sugar, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think I've ever had them before. I've had the taffy apples that are covered in caramel and like peanuts and stuff. I've never had a candy apple though. I will note they look absolutely phenomenal. So I'm gonna put it at the top of A tier. I've never had it though, but based on ease of eating, like the Gigantamax Dipplin or Applin is it looks kind of messy. It's got the caramel oozing out of it. Your fingers and stuff are going to get all sticky. Dipplin literally has the handle for you to hold it on when you eat it. So I'm putting it at the top of A tier just because I like apples, I like candy stuff, and I know I would like that without a doubt. Where do you even get these things at? I got to go get one and try one sometime. Maybe I got to do a shiny hunt of Dipplin and then make a video of the shiny hunt and have the video starting out with me eating the candy apple. That'd be a good video. I got to do that. But Dipplin for me, like I said, I've never actually eaten it myself before, but I'm sure I would like it. And this next one here, I've never had before either. It's based on matcha, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check the decks, obviously. Matcha, because it's got the move Matcha Gotcha. Oh, is it not even in the decks? Or is it a different form of it? It'll come up in the decks. No way, the official Pokemon website doesn't even have this thing in the decks. Sinistcha. Where's its dex entry? Sinistcha. Oh, I can't find its dex entry online. Well, nonetheless, it's based on matcha, I believe. Matcha, which is a type of tea. Now, matcha is a finely ground powder of specially grown and processed green tea leaves originating in China, traditionally consumed in East Asia. It is mostly produced in Japan today. So it's green tea. I love green tea. I've never had this specific one before, matcha, but because it's green tea and I already ranked tea up in God tier, I'm putting it up there for sure. Like I said, I love drinking tea, and I don't really drink other stuff besides really water, if I'm being honest. But one thing I do like to drink, Arizona green tea. I love that stuff, dude. It is so good. Get it in the big tall cans. It's in the cool, like a green can with the cherry blossoms on it. Oh, that stuff tastes so good. It is absolutely amazing. I love that stuff so much. But Sinistra for sure is going up in God tier because of that. If it's green tea, I love green tea. If we're talking like hot tea, I like black tea over green tea, so that's why we'll put Sinistea and Poltergeist up above it. But Sinistra being on green tea, gotta have it up in God tier for sure. And that is all for the tier list. To all those that took the time to tune in, thank you so very much. I greatly appreciate it. We had, Thanksgiving, getting into the festive spirit with doing the tier list and stuff with the food tier list. This is what I've been wanting to do for a while. I had fun doing this tier list. I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll run through it here real quick. Down to the bottom in would not eat, we have flowers and dough. I'm not eating either of those. D tier, we have an apple core. I apologize. I don't know about all you guys. I personally don't eat the core of the apple. C tier, we have an oddish and or a radish and what's it called? Meringue. I don't really like either of those. B tier, we have fruit and eggs. I like eggs. I like fruit, but because Bounsweet and Serena, we don't know, and Steenie, we don't know specifically what kind of fruit they are. That's why I put them in B tier. But eggs are cute as well. Like, I like eggs, but they're not my favorite. A tier is where we get some good stuff. Cotton candy, apples, cream. We have, caramel apples, and then the candy apple. All of those seem amazing. S tier, we have cake, cherries, apple pie. We have, sushi, buns, strawberry cream. It's so good, dude. Everything in S tier I'd love to eat. And then up in God tier, we have green tea, black tea, and one of the best things you could eat, ice cream. Oh my gosh, I love ice cream. This tier list was awesome. I had tons of fun making this. To everyone that took the time to tune in, thank you so very much. Make sure you let me think. No stream tomorrow because it's Thanksgiving. We will stream on Friday night as we always do. Saturday, there'll be a new video. Shorts will be going up throughout these times as well. But that is all for today. I thank you all so much for watching. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Hope you all have some good food tomorrow. Maybe some good food such as the food we had here on the tier list today. But like I said, that is all. I thank you all so very much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. And this is the Poke